אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור.
ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
The United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back.
Gaza is suffering the world's worst current hunger crisis, an entirely man-made catastrophe resulting from Israel's ongoing attacks and siege of the territory that is starving civilians. Islamic relief staff in Gaza describe harrowing scenes as most families are now going whole days without eating anything at all. Desperate children are roaming rubble-filled streets, searching for whatever scraps of food they can find, and emaciated newborn babies are dying from disease and hunger. Parents are going without food to try and give a few mouthfuls to their children, but malnutrition is soaring. Young children, pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers are most at risk of malnutrition, but almost everyone in Gaza is now going hungry and facing crisis or worse. On the internationally recognized 5-phase scale used to classify food crises, more than 500,000 people in Gaza, a quarter of the entire population, are now believed to be at the most severe Phase 5 catastrophic level, meaning a high risk of mass starvation and death. More than 80% of all people currently classified as being in Phase 5 worldwide are in Gaza. It is almost inevitable that a famine will occur unless there is a ceasefire and unless Israel allows more aid and commercial goods into the territory. Deliberately depriving civilians of food and other aid is a violation of international law. Despite repeated announcements, there has been no improvement in the quantity of supplies getting to desperate civilians. Humanitarian aid alone cannot be enough to address a crisis of this magnitude. Yet Israel continues to completely ban essential commercial goods from entering Gaza. Commercial supplies previously accounted for over 90% of trucks coming through the Kerem Shalom crossing. Without commercial supplies coming in, Gaza's markets are almost empty, and the price of what little food is available has spiraled out of reach for most people. In recent days, the number of trucks entering Gaza has averaged just over 100 per day, only a fifth of what used to enter daily before 7th of October, which even then was insufficient. Most of Gaza's fertile farmland has been destroyed, and almost all agricultural, livestock and fishing production has halted due to the bombing. Most bakeries have been bombed, and the few that are left are unable to bake bread as they don't have flour or fuel.